Well, good day everybody. Like a lot of other makers, I use recycled wood for my projects. Sadly, the recycled wood doesn't often come ready for use, and a fair bit of preparation goes into getting it ready to be used in projects. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I prepare recycled timber for use in my projects. Okay, as we know, the first part of using pallets is collecting the pallets and dismantling them. Now, dismantling the pallets is no easy task, so I've tried to make that job a little bit easier by getting a friend of mine to make me one of these pallet breakers. Now, it's just some tube steel welded together, some tines on the bottom end, set at a bit of an angle to give you some leverage. Now, there's a bit of video footage here of me using this particular pallet breaker. It is only a prototype and I have put it through its paces, so I've used it hard on purpose to see if I could break it, and I did. So I'm going to have to get back to my friend and come up with a more sturdy design. But yeah, there's not much to it. I just put a bit of, because I've got soft hands, I just put a bit of a rag around there and some duct tape to hold it on, just so I don't get bitten by the sharp edges of the steel. So that's what I use to break down the pallets. Sometimes that doesn't work, and a little bit of persuasion is needed, and in those cases I just use a small crowbar like this just to get a gap between the boards, which I can then lever off. It has a secondary purpose of helping me remove nails. You see that there? It's a bit like a mini claw hammer, fits over the nails really well. Now, when it comes to nails, there are a wide variety of nails used in the construction of pallets. I'm not going to try and explain each one of them to you. In the last lot of pallets that I dismantled, I had at least 5 different kinds of nails, from these long ones here through this twist shank style. If you can see that very well, I'll try and get a bit closer to the camera. You can see they've got twisted shanks and little bits of copper wire attached. Obviously that's designed to give them a bit of traction in the wood. Here's another kind. That's just got like a ribbed shank, not a twisted shank. There's another twisted shank with you can see the copper wire attached. If any of you know what that copper wire is all about, let me know. It'd be awesome. I could only imagine that it's designed to help the nails stay in the wood and keep the pallets from falling apart. And there's this sucker here with a bend on the end. It's obviously not bent when it goes in, but it's bent when it's in there. Somehow, I don't know, I could pull quite a few of them out. Whether they get bent when I'm pulling them out or not, I don't know, but anyway. So that's enough about nails. Once I've dismantled the pallets, I use a pneumatic punch. Now, this is a Chinese name brand which I can't even read, but it does a great job of punching the nails through, and in some instances it will actually punch the nail right through and out of the wood the other side. A great tool. The only downside to this is it has no trigger safety.
Well, that's my safety, sir. So
it is quite easy for you to accidentally activate the tool. It does do a great job, however, of punching the nails out of wood. Once I've got to the stage of having punched the nails out or through the wood, I will go to the claw hammer, obviously, to pull the nails out the rest of the way. When I'm knocking the nails out with the compressed air punch, I usually have a bucket underneath where I'm knocking the nails out, so that the nails that do go all the way out will go into the bucket. But that doesn't always happen, and the nails don't always come out cleanly, even when using a claw hammer. Sometimes the nails get damaged and they don't come out of the wood properly. The heads break or the shaft snaps, and it leaves bits of nail protruding from the timber. It means that you can't get a claw hammer on it to get it out. So in those instances, I will use a set of pincers. Just use your jaws to grasp the shank of the nail and lever it out of the wood. Nice and easy. After using the tools, the hammer, the crowbar, the pincers, to remove the nails from the wood, it's good practice to scan the wood with the Mark 1 eyeball, just to make sure you haven't missed any obvious nails. But even so, even after doing that, there may still be remnants of nails in the wood. You saw from those nails that I showed you that they actually have bits of copper wire attached. It's not unusual for them to break off in the wood, and it's also not unusual for bits of the nail to be left in the wood. For those circumstances, I've got myself one of these little metal detectors. I just bought this one off, I think it was Amazon, and it was like $20 Australian. Now, it's a fairly cheap investment, and it could potentially save you lots of dollars repairing or replacing damaged equipment that gets damaged when you run a nail through your thicknesser or your table saw or some other equipment. It's real simple. You just turn it on and you just scan across the wood with it. There you go. There's something in there. It's obviously buried in the wood somewhere. Right, so once that's done, once I've cleaned my wood and removed all the nails and docked off the bits that still contain nails that I can't remove, all that remains to be done really is cleaning up. Now, not all the nails that you punch out go in the bin, and they'll end up on the floor. Now, I have designed a piece of equipment to help me clean up those nails. Just come with me and I'll show you how it works. The nails go everywhere. What do you think of that? And that's how I prepare my pallet wood for use. I'll leave the milling up of the timber until I'm about to use it. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, I'd appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.